Hello, my name is Nitya. I'm a healer, an energy healer, an empath, a psychic, and a multidimensional healer. So lots of things there. Take what resonates and discard the rest. I'm not your guru. I'm not your teacher. I'm only sharing what I can to help you help yourself. Now, I'm going to get stuck in really quickly to this because this is the third time I've tried to make this and there's just such a big subject. I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to do it in a stream of consciousness now, just to get it out and let it flow. I've handed it over and I'm just going to let it do what it needs to do. So I'm talking today about entities, attachments, lower vibrational malevolent beings, which are basically demonic states. Now, I don't subscribe to the word demonic states, but they do exist because they are dark. So it's dark energies attaching to humans and light, okay? Now, ultimately, they don't want the light. They want you to stay dark because they're feeding off you. You are their host. Now, that's another video that I've made, okay? This video is about what I have just done. I have just removed thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of entities, attachments, and lower vibrational malevolent beings from 2 villages where I live. Now, these 2 villages are back to back. They're small villages. They've been here for many hundreds of years. And the behaviour here is at times quite shocking, quite rude, quite hostile. It doesn't feel like we're all in this together, and very divisive. And it just took me a long time to work out why. When I heal this area, there's like bubbles over it. There's like lots of really low vibrational bubbles, and every time I sent healing to the environment, it would reset to these lower vibrational bubbles, and I couldn't quite work it out for a while. And there's hundreds of years ago, previous healers from hundreds of years ago who looked after the land and who helped use natural healing abilities to help often put structures in place to protect us from entities and lower vibrational things. So this is what these bubbles were, okay? Now, we don't need these energies anymore, these protections, because we can grow at a higher rate now. The world is different now. We are actually in the middle of a huge ascension journey. A huge influx of light is hitting the planet. So we are safe to let go of these protective energies, and I can thank them for giving us these tools in the past, but we don't need them anymore. So every time I removed these protective energies, they kept coming back on, and I didn't understand why for a while, because naturally you'd think that people would like to heal, people would like to become better. Now, I always do this for the highest good. I never interfere in the grand scheme. I just do what I can with all the healing tools and with all the healing spiritual housekeeping that I use. And then I realised, because of the behaviour of some of the people and the conduct and the conflict and the attitudes, that there was quite a lot of malevolent beings. And the reason I found that out is because I heard the saying, "We don't want you here." Now, people don't actually say that. People live and let live. Malevolent beings say that. But anything that's scared of the light, or growing, or changing, or healing, or transforming, or maturing, anything that doesn't want to move forward, says that. We don't want you here. They don't want you here. And that instantly told me that these are malevolent beings that don't want the light. Now, I've taken quite a lot of malevolent beings out of people before, and the sign is they don't want healed. Now, everyone wants to be better. Everyone wants to be happier. Everyone wants to have conflict out of their life, okay? But when there's really hardcore conflict and nastiness and disruptive behavior, really violent behavior sometimes, that's when you know that there's something much greater going on. And these entities don't want the light. So what I did a few nights ago in these two villages for the highest good is I basically removed every single entity that was ready to go. I offered them somewhere better to go. Now, I didn't do this. I had the help of all the guides that I work with, the angels, the archangels, the guides. I had spaceships uncloak. I had Arcturians, Palladians. I work with some other energies which I'm not going to name because they don't want to be named, because they don't need to be named, because it's the human mind. I know who they are and I know how I work with them, okay? They came and they were so ready to assist. These spaceships uncloaked, poof, ready. And we offered these malevolent beings a better place to go to. We offered them the same energy, but somewhere else. So I had no awareness of any individual that they were removed from. But I took about an hour to do this, and I swept through every single housing estate, every single building, and the schools, everything, for the highest good, removing all the malevolent beings, the entities, the attachments, and the dark forces, for a home elsewhere, to go somewhere else. And thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and generations of them, and they were growing and breeding, and oh my word, potentially tens of thousands. It's just astounding. It was just, we're in the biggest spiritual awakening that we'll ever experience in our lives. And there's light flooding the planet. And this area was resisting because of these attachments. So I feel like I've done my greatest work here ever. I must thank this experience for giving me the opportunity to do this. Many thousands, maybe even tens of thousands, have left. And the healing can now begin in these two villages. So when I checked in on these little bubbles that protected it, they're gone. They're totally gone. They had been put there hundreds of years ago, but they had been kept there by these beings because they didn't want the vibration that we now live in to exist. And you could actually feel it. You would drive off the motorway, and just as you came off the motorway, you'd hit this wall, and we would be driving along and we'd be in a great mood, and I felt fantastic. And you'd go through this wall, and you just feel your mood come down. You think, okay, I'll heal this for the highest good. But when it would just reset, it would keep resetting. So this is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago that this energy was there. We're in a different space now. We're in a huge shift now. So by removing these malevolent beings, these two villages were able to remove all their entities and get these little protective bubbles out, and instantly I could feel that these spaces felt better. And now is the journey of the healing. Now is the ability for these areas to come forward, okay, to move with the times now, basically. To stop being horrible to each other, and to realise that we're all in this together, that you are a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you. I'm actually really humbled to have done this, and I'm actually really pleased that I had the ability to do this. And I'm sharing it because I have a responsibility, I feel, to make sure that we educate ourselves on this. We have a duty to make sure that we get rid of these malevolent beings, that we make sure we don't bring more in. And we do this by knowing ourselves. So, I'm not really sure what to say, but I just wanted to share it with you that they exist, that they walk among us, that they fight against our instincts, okay? That they can manifest as really hostile behaviour, and they need to go. They need to go from everywhere, okay? So find yourself an energy healer practitioner that can remove them. Find someone that you trust. there's a difference between your gut instinct being attracted to someone and being rejected by someone. So it's important to be able to know why you feel drawn to someone and why you don't feel drawn to someone, because you may not feel drawn to someone because they're just not your kind of therapist, or because your entities are resisting. So there may be a practitioner that you go, do you know what, that's just not my kind of practitioner, that's okay. Or you might find them and go, I really feel attracted to that, but why? What is this resistance? That's when you'll know that there is a blockage that you need to get to that practitioner. Trust your instincts, trust your radar, trust your light, and keep cleaning, keep being aware of your behavior, keep being aware of your conduct with your fellow man, and keep healing, keep going, okay? And just remember that anything that is creating division between us is not healthy for us. So that's what I just wanted to share with you. I've just done the biggest healing I've ever done of malevolent beings, and don't be scared of them. Don't let them run your life. Get them out of your system. Stay away from them, and don't bring any more into your life, and enjoy the journey. So thank you very much.